Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to record IELTS book 16 test number 2 speaking test. Okay, so let's start as I don't want to prolong this video. So part 1 is flowers and plants, and the first question is, do you have a favorite flower or plant? Why or why not? Yes, actually I have a favorite flower, that is red rose. Actually, this is my favorite because I feel red rose actually express your love for someone. So if you want to express your love for someone, you can give simply this red rose to that person and he will understand your feeling. I normally buy this from the nursery near to my house, and normally I give it to my wife. Okay, then next question, what kinds of flowers and plants grow near where you live? Why or why not? Well, I live in the area where normally the land is residential land, and people, they do not actually plant lots of flowers and plants. But I would say maybe red rose you can find in my area. This one grows in the nurseries near to my house. And if I talk about plants, maybe cactus is the one, though it is not really a useful one. So this is the only one I've seen in my area. I think my land is not really fertilized in this case, and people, they don't want to have more and more plants and flowers in their land. So this could be the reason. That's why only I have seen only this kind of flower and plant in my area. Next, is it important to you to have flowers and plants in your home? Why or why not? Well, to some extent, I believe it is important to have flowers in my house, but in case of plants, I don't think this is really necessary or it is important to have plants in my house. However, if I look at flowers and if they are in my house, I feel happy. I actually feel relaxed after looking at flowers. I remember when I was in China, there I had some flowers in my house. So whenever I was feeling sad or I was feeling and not happy, I used to sit around them and even talk with them. And this is how I changed my mood. Okay, next question. Have you ever bought flowers for someone else? Why or why not? Yes, actually, I normally buy flowers for my wife and for my mother. Both of them, they really love flowers, and whenever I want to express my feeling of love and care for them, I always buy flowers for them. Especially my wife, she feels really happy to see flowers if I buy for her. Now, let's move on to part 2. Here, I like to tell you one more thing. This is just a practice test in IELTS book. So here you only see there is one topic in part 1, but in your real test there could be 2, maybe 3 or up to 4 part 1 topics. Okay, now let's move on to part 2. Describe a review you read about a product or service. You should say where you read the review, what the product or service was, what information the review gave about the product or service, and explain what you did as a result of reading this review. Now here you will have 1 minute in your actual test to prepare your key points, and you'll also be given a paper and a pen by the examiner, and the cue card would be right in front of you. So here I'm not going to take 1 minute. I'll simply start replying to this question and I'll try to finish in 2 minutes. So let me repeat the question. The question is, describe a review you read about a product or service. Well, it was about 2 years ago when I wanted to install a software that is called SolidWorks. It's a really important software in my field, mechanical engineering, as it is a designing software. So I was looking for a paid one so I could use it for a long time, and that would be vital because it comes with all the features. You can do everything, for example 2D drawing, 3D modeling, and if you do not buy a paid one, then it might not have all the features, and sometimes it may have some problems and you may lose some data. So I checked online, and there I found some some people who were selling this software with the product key. And before that, I have this habit to check the reviews, that if this person has sell more and what other people they are talking about it. So I read it on the website. It is called actually Taobao. There I read a review written by a foreigner actually in China, and he actually wrote a very detailed one and gave all the essential information that someone would need to purchase this product. He actually said that this person is a really nice person, and the product he's selling, actually this software, has almost all the features you need, and also you will get some extra features like you can attach this SolidWorks files with ANSYS software, or to start the CCM software. Later on you can use this model for some simulation, and that would be really useful. And the price is relatively not cheap, but average one, that is the average price in the market. So in this kind of price you can buy this product and this software, and you can use it for the rest of your life or until you reinstall your Windows. So I actually was quite happy to read this review, and later on I contacted with the seller and bought the product, and until now I have been using it, and it has all the features those were described in the review, and also in the menu where this person has advertised this software. So I felt quite well because I got all the information from just reading a review, and that was also written by a foreigner. So it was in English, so it was easy for me to understand. Alright, now let's move on to part 3. The first section of part 3 is online reviews. Okay, so the first question here is, what kinds of things do people write online reviews about in your country? Well, in my country, people write about different things in online review. They talk about the quality. For example, if it is a product, they talk about the behavior and the services that the seller is providing. Okay, they also talk about the delivery timing, I guess. These kind of things that they write online reviews about, so other people, they can read the review and they can realize if they are going to order this product, whether it's going to be useful for them, or whether its quality is good as it is mentioned in the menu, or this will arrive at the same time at the given time, or for example this has a good quality, these kind of things. And normally additionally I would say people also write about their complaints if they have with someone. So they actually try to tell other people that we have this we have ordered this product and this has these many issues, or these issues were there. So make sure that if you order, then you have read the review and you know all the information. Okay, next. Why do some people write online reviews? I guess they just want to convey their own feeling and the services they had got, so they want to give opinion online, or they just want to, if they are satisfied, maybe to advertise more or to attract more people. Sometimes even the sellers, they ask the customers to please write some reviews about us online. For example, some academies, some institutions, once some students are graduated from them, so they ask their students to write good reviews on our website. So more students, once they read these reviews, so they can come and join our academy or our institution. So I think these are some reasons why people write online reviews. Okay, next. Do you think that online reviews are good for both shoppers and companies? I think yes, to some extent it is good for both shoppers and for the companies, because by looking at these reviews, the companies, they can improve their services. If the quality is not good, they can improve the quality. If the customers, they are having problems, for example, to communicate with the company, so they can enhance the communication section here. Or if, for example, the customers, they have some other complaints to the companies, they can read and they can try to overcome these complaints. And as well as for the customers, the reviews are good because the customers, they can read reviews from other customers and then they can decide if this product is good for them or not, or they can choose it if this product is actually fulfilling their demand. For example, I remember before downloading any software or any app from Google Play Store, I always read reviews, like what other people they are talking about it, so I can get more ideas about it. So if I want to download, then I can download it. Okay. Next, the next second portion of section 3 is customer service. Okay. So what do you think it might be like to work in a customer service job? Well, in short or in simple words, I would say it would be difficult, because there would be lots of complaints from the customers, and they would be saying lots of things about you and about the product, and sometimes it is not actually always convenient to answer all these queries, all these questions. Sometimes maybe the customers they'll come with some really useless complaints or some irrelevant complaints, and it would be difficult to answer those questions. Sometimes it is difficult, but if I talk about the money perspective, maybe someone can earn a lot of money as well. So in simple words, I would say it would be very difficult. Okay, next, do you agree that customers are more likely to complain nowadays? Well, let me think. In my opinion, yes, because customers they want to have good services, good quality, and they want to pay less money. So to do this, in order to do this, they come up with some complaints that may be irrelevant, that may be actually useless for the company. They'll come, the quality is not good, so we don't want to pay more, or maybe your service is not good, so that's why we don't want to pay more. As far as in the past is concerned, I guess the complaints were less, because there were no social media, there were no online reviews, so people simply, if they need something, they just buy. But nowadays, as we are going towards technological advancement, so here people they like to complain more about some issues, even if they are not facing, they like to complain. Okay, next, how important is it for companies to take all customer complaints seriously? Well, I don't think so that it is really important for the companies to take all the complaints seriously from the customers, because sometimes, as I said earlier, those complaints might not be really useful for the company. Maybe there is some person who's just dissatisfied with some product that he bought, but he actually didn't want to buy this one, so maybe that's why he's complaining about it. Or maybe only some reasons are there, and he's complaining too much about the reason, and that actually problem could be avoided by simply doing some small modifications. So I think the customers, they can also solve the problems by themselves, but they like to complain about it to the company, or to tell this issue to the company. So I don't think so. If the company is paying attention to all the complaints made by the customers, I guess it would be difficult for them to run their own business, because they would indulge themselves in something that is maybe not going to help them. Okay, so this was the whole test, book 16, test number 2. I hope you learned something from my mock test. Okay, and in the upcoming videos, I'll record test number 3, test number 4, and then I'll move forward towards books 15 and gradually backwards. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye, take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video.